Hello, everyone. This is Drew, the founder of Birdseed, and I wanted to put together a quick video on probably the most discussed and asked about topic that we get here at Birdseed, especially in our support tickets, and that is regarding our promotion with AppSumo. Even though it was about 2 years ago now, that promotion is probably the most important thing to a lot of customers of Birdseed, and we just figured it might be easy, especially here we are in the end of 2021, to just give proper context and understanding about what we offered. So the first thing is the fact that we offered actually two separate promotions with them, and we'll go into more details about each one here in a moment. But wanted to provide you with details on those promotions. We want to help you understand which of them you have. Possibly it's both, but how to understand which promotion type that you have, how to still redeem your code, and then just a few quick reminders. So the first thing is we offer two separate promotions with AppSumo. Now, this might be surprising for some. I think that most people that are familiar with AppSumo think of them as a lifetime deal provider, and certainly they are. We actually did offer one with them, but we initially started out with thinking that a 1 year free on our Pro plan would be sufficient. At this point, it's actually important to mention the fact that we have had and still have the same three plans that we did back in 2019. We offered a free plan, which we call Essentials. Then we offer a paid plan called the Plus plan, and then our top paid plan, which is our Pro plan. Both of our promotions with AppSumo was mapped to our Pro plan, our top plan. So you already have the best offer that we have. So we started by offering that 1 year free, and we offered it back in May, and I think we ended back in July of 2019. So you may have taken advantage of that anytime in mid to late May, all the way up to early July. So about 2 months. At the end of that, obviously began the 12 months, right? And so each customer who took advantage of, and I believe we offered up to 10 free codes at that point, that expired in August of 2020, right? That was the last possible time frame in which somebody could have redeemed their code. And so the full year was up in August of 2020. Well, at the end of offering the free year, we heard from a lot of people with AppSumo that, they were kind of frustrated or had wanted the chance to buy a lifetime deal from us. And so we actually decided about a month after that promotion, the free promotion, to actually offer a lifetime deal. And I believe that went just during the month of August in 2019. It lasted about 30 days. And of course, that offer never expires because it is a lifetime deal. And so that's the difference if you look at the time frames in which the AppSumo plan that you have, that would give the distinction. And as I mentioned, some customers actually got both. So you may have both, but you'll be able to see kind of the difference. So let's first talk about the 1 year free of our Pro plan. As I mentioned, it's our best plan. It was our best plan. It is our best plan, but the promotion was an offer for that. We actually extended the full year up to 18 months, right? So we actually extended it from August of 2020 until the beginning of 2021, this year. So we really wanted to give the most time for people to try out Birdseed. We were still, obviously working on just making the product as stable and as capable as possible, while also adding features. We continue to constantly add new features. But what happened was, if people did not decide to take advantage of the Pro plan or continue to, we moved accounts to our free plan in early 2021, the beginning of this year. And so for those that had been using their account, right, even though they were on the free plan, we did nothing. We obviously wanted to continue to let someone leverage and make full value or get full value from their free plan. But for someone who had never really used their account or hadn't used their account for, say, 6 months or a year, it was back on the free plan. So we decided that it made the most sense to remove accounts that simply just were not used, right? The free time was up, and we did this for two reasons. One, for data privacy. Obviously, that's incredibly important. We wanted people to know that we weren't just holding on to their information in an account for no reason, especially potentially years later. And then the other reason was, since they were already back on, or you may have actually been back on a free plan, it really would be easy to get up and running again at any time. And if you were to create a new free account, it takes just about 90 seconds, but we were able to then give you the freshest, newest, most up-to-date feature set. Because as I mentioned, constantly evolving, constantly adding new features. So it just allowed us to have the freshest instance of Birdseed available to someone. So that was kind of the status. Now, if you're someone who was confused by which account type, maybe you thought you had the pro plan, we'll go into a little bit of details about that. As you mentioned, that was access to our pro plan, which is and was still our best plan. Those accounts are not deleted. So if you created your account and applied your code, we would not have deleted that account. Of course, we also ask you not to do the same, and we'll go into that in a little bit more detail here in a moment. But that if you had a lifetime deal and you applied your code, that account will still be there. We did have a lot of people, of course, and this happens oftentimes. We've all done it with lifetime deals that we redeem. Sometimes maybe they would have had a different version of their email address. And so, they thought they couldn't find access to it, but it was because they used a different email address or a different name, naming convention of their email address. So possibly the account was added and actually the code was applied, but just not able to get access to it. So the final thing we'll say with regards to this is that if you have a lifetime offer, a lifetime deal, if you purchase that, as of November 2021, meaning just a couple weeks from now, you are still able to activate those even 2 years later. Now, a lot of companies, after about, right as the window for redemption is over, they don't allow you to do that. But we really, if you bought it, we want you to be able to take advantage of it. So even now, you are able to contact us, and I'll explain here in a moment how to redeem your code if you bought the lifetime deal. So the first thing you're going to want to do to understand that is to log into your Appsumo account. You're then going to go to your products page where all of the products are that you've purchased. On the right-hand side, you're going to see a drop-down menu, and that box says Select. From there, what you're going to do is click on View Invoice. Now, this sounds complicated, but I promise it takes just about 90 seconds. It's super, super quick. So once you click on View Invoice, right, this will allow you to understand and determine which of the promotions that you took advantage of. And there's two kind of key ways. The first one is the dates, as I mentioned. If this said May, June, or July, then it would have been the free promotion. But the other really easy way is under payment type. If it says free, that also obviously lets you know that it was not a paid promotion that was offered. Okay. Now, if it was a free promotion, unfortunately, we did try and offer as much value as we could for as long as we could. So there's not much we can do. But if you did purchase our lifetime deal and you did not redeem your code, the next step of what you'll want to do is look at the bill to. Okay. We have to be consistent in our policies and the people that are asking us to redeem codes. And so we keep this policy the same for everyone. And what you have to do is under that bill to make sure that your name and the email address in which you are contacting us from are still the same on that invoice, right? As long as it is, we're fine. But if that happens, right, as long as that's the same name and email address, what you'll want to do is send us that invoice, okay? In the top right-hand corner, you'll see a link that says download your PDF, and you can attach that to the support ticket that you either have opened or we'd ask that you do open. You can do it right from our website. You can log into your account. If you're not able to log into your account, as I mentioned, right from your website, or send us an email from support@birdseed.io, and we'll open a ticket that way as well. But what you'll want to do is attach that PDF. If for whatever reason you're not able to download PDFs or not able to attach that, you can just click print and then you can download that or print out that invoice and attach it that way. But the first way should be a lot easier to do. And then the final step is that we'll also, outside of knowing that you did purchase it, we'll obviously have to know exactly what the code was. Okay, so go back to that the main dashboard there under products, and click the drop down next to the to the options there, and click on the view more, right, that we showed previously here. The screen right here where it says select. You'll also see another option there for redeem, okay? And what you'll want to do is you'll see your code there. Just copy your code and then send that code to us along with the attachment. Those are the only two things we need, but in order to do that, we will need that. If you've created a free account and you can access your free account, you're already good. We can apply that code instantly and we'll notify you. If you have not created your free account, please go ahead and do so, and we will then apply it on your behalf and let you know as well. And that's it, and you'll then have access to your lifetime account. A few just like final reminders here. The first thing is please do not submit codes that you've already activated and used, or obviously codes that you've refunded. Obviously people do things unintentionally, we all do, but if it's knowing, it's just frustrating because it's time consuming for us, and we do validate and check each one of those codes when they're submitted to us. So yeah, please do not send us active codes or refunded codes. The second thing is please do not delete your account. If you're someone who has an agency dashboard where you're using these on behalf of other customers, unfortunately what you will have to do is if you decide to give them to a new customer, you'll just have to remove all of the information attached to that account, basically the users and everything related to the engagement panel, and kind of start fresh, but you will have to keep that account. It just becomes much more difficult for us to be deleting and then recreating accounts, and hopefully you can understand from our perspective why we need to do that. And we will stop redeeming codes in the future. We don't have a set date for that, but we just would say that it would potentially be at any time. The last thing we'll just mention is that please do not sell your code. If for whatever reason somehow you're not familiar with this as being part of the AppSumo policy, AppSumo does not allow reselling of their codes. But please understand from our perspective, we have invested tremendous great deal of time, money, all of our resources into building not just a product that we were offering back in 2019, but even the last 2 years has gotten even more value. And if you're not familiar with this, I think most people know that for the $49 that we charged, AppSumo takes a good portion of that. That's just the nature of the relationship. And so for about $15 per account, we are offering support, access, and continued updates to our pro plan. So we just please that you are mutually respectful of us and not reselling that code. It's a huge problem. It's incredibly frustrating. And we really want to be able to provide a quality product for the future. So thanks so much for watching this. We really appreciate everyone who purchased that back in 2019 and continues to support Birdseed. And we just really want to continue to offer a product that can add value to your business. Thank you.